Thanks for staying with us here in the 4 o'clock show. Big night down at the Orr O'Keefe Museum of Art in Biloxi. The museum will unveil 4 new exhibits with the artists on hand for a reception. I visited the Orr today to meet 2 of the featured artists. Here at the Orr O'Keefe Museum of Art with artist Ruth Owens, Kidnapped on a Sunny Day. I love titles of exhibitions. Ruth, how'd you come up with that one? What's the statement there?
Okay, so Kidnapped on a Sunny Day is the name of this exhibition, and it's also the name of the installation that I've created here. There are 6 paintings and an installation, and they all have to do with the Black family or Black children in a natural environment. My grandmother abducted me, and she took me out into the forest, and she sat me on the forest floor, and she reminded me, or she begged me, to never forget the gifts of the earth.
And you know, I see that in some of the paintings here. They almost have sort of a photographic quality. Do you? I mean, how do the images come to you creatively?
So all of the figures in my paintings and in my work are based on photographs. So that was a very good pickup, based on photographs, archival photographs from my family from the 1960s and the 1970s.
I also can't help but notice that you have very unique frames. Tell me a little bit about that.
And so I am looking for like that frame that you see around the illustrations that you see in the fairy tale books, for example, the Grimm's fairy tale books.
And now we're inside the IP gallery with artist Pippin Frisbee Calder, and I love your work, Pippin, I have to tell you. Tell me a little bit about this. Tell me a little bit about your style.
Thank you. I'm an environmental printmaker, that's what I call myself, and mostly I actually hand silkscreen most of my work, or I start with relief, so I carve into blocks of wood and then use that as my medium for printing it multiple times, and sometimes recreating it in this way where they're cutouts and placed on top of a background, and sometimes I use it as a collaging method to create repeats throughout different images.
Well, you say environmental. I can see it right here in some of this artwork over here. It's so beautiful. I feel like I've walked into a forest.
That's the goal. I'm so glad. Yeah.
And why is that important to you? Because that also sounds like you're making sort of a personal statement more than just an artistic one.
Sure. Well, I want people to come in here and recognize some of what they're seeing. I want them to connect with this landscape. All of the work in this show is from the Gulf South, and so people who come in here from anywhere in this region will most likely recognize some of the kind of the characters in the show. And these characters for me represent different areas of ecosystems that I love. And so the oak trees are from just out here outside the museum. I took photos of these trees and made these images based off of those, and other areas like Chauvin and Lafayette. And for me, I want people to love and appreciate our landscape here because it's also very threatened, and I want that connection to be made. And so you first maybe resonate with something you recognize in the work and something you've seen or maybe have in your yard, and then when you read the descriptions, they tell you more about the importance of those ecosystems, migratory birds that use them or pass through, and the threats that face these species.
Yeah, beautiful work. Both artists there, 2 other artists on hand tonight for an opening reception. It'll get underway beginning at 5:30, run to 7:30. It's open to the public at the Orr O'Keefe Museum of Art. They're going to have food trucks, they're going to have music, and they're going to have some brilliant art.